Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Event Queen Show. I'm your girl Nikki, the Event Queen, and on this show we conquer the event world one topic at a time. And I'm going to do a bridal series. I currently plan a lot of weddings. I'm an event wedding coordinator on the side, and also event planner and a catering manager as well at a separate business. And I'm just seeing a lot of things that have a lot of brides in a tizzy and an uproar. They're kind of confused, and especially with my millennials, a lot of them are DIY brides. They want to do everything themselves and kind of embrace the experience. And while I recommend it, I think it's an awesome thing. I just think there are some things you need to know when it comes to the bridal industry, because if you don't know these things, I promise you, you will spend way more money than you should. You'll have a lot of issues with your contracts, and you'll have a horrible experience. So I'm just going to just address a couple things with you and kind of be that bridal consultant in your pocket. So this series is called Before You Buy. And I mean before you buy any product or service related to your wedding, be it bridal shower, bachelorette party, engagement party, post-breakfast, pre-wedding breakfast, wedding venue. I mean any service or product that has to deal with your wedding. These rules apply. So I'm going to go with 5 that I want to talk about in this Before You Buy series. And the first one is great customer service. The second is attitude is everything. The third is quick response. The fourth is being inquisitive, and number 5, invite. So let's start with number 1. Customer service, and I mean great customer service, is a plus and must be given at all times. Now, the average wedding nowadays costs about $25,000, and that's on the low end. Weddings can go up to almost $70,000, depending how or what your cultural background is. Can last for 1 to 3 days, and that is a lot of money, and that is a big investment, and that's your wedding day. So you want to make sure that it is as flawless as possible. So customer service is key. People think that customer service starts with calling someone. It does not. It starts with their website. Is it easy to navigate? Does it have the basic information on it? Are there pictures? Do they contribute to social media as far as Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest? Those types of things will allow you to figure out the operation style and get a great review and sense of how business is handled. And then if you like that, when you step into the business, is the business clean? Are the people friendly? Is the staff knowledgeable? And when you start talking to someone, are they engaged in that conversation? I cannot tell you how many times I go into a store and people are doing their own thing, checking their phones. They give you those stank attitudes, just like you're bothering them. And you're like, dude, I'm here to buy a service or a product. Like, what's the deal? So if you're not getting great customer service, that place is not for you. Number 2, attitude is everything. What is the attitude of the person that you're dealing with? Attitude is contagious. And I cannot tell you how many times I have been upbeat because I like what I do and I have a passion for it. And someone has come in to buy a service from me or a product, and I've made their day 100% better just by, how I feel and how I approach them, and, tell them, hey, it's not so bad. Like, what can I help you with? And even if they don't buy a product or service from me at that time, they refer people back, or they actually come back, because they love my attitude and how I treat them. I live in Georgia, and Georgia is so diverse, especially in the city of Atlanta. And I notice too that people are very quick to judge, or they will treat you according to how you look, which is also called profiling or racism. I'm not with it, because the thing is, Atlanta's so diverse, and you don't know anything about anyone till you start talking to them. Think about it. How many times have you thought something about somebody, and then you actually get to meet them and talk to them, and it's nothing like you think? And people think, oh, if they're dressed a certain way, they have money, or if they're dressed a certain way, they don't have money. The funny thing about it is, real money is very quiet. So often who you think has all the money may not. So that's why I say treat all your clientele or your potential customers equally. Your attitude is everything. Be sweet, be kind, address these people, help them, be as helpful as possible. I promise you, that most of the time alone will close the sale. Number 3, quick response. How many times have you called a business and you don't hear from them till like 2 or 3 days later, or a week later, or 2 weeks later. And you're like, are you freaking serious? Listen, one more time. Customer service is everything, and quick response is a part of that customer service. We all have these things. Cell phones. I actually have 2, and a lot of us have notifications that pop up directly on our cell phones if people are trying to reach us, be it an email or be it a voicemail. It takes 2 seconds to glance at a message, or 2 seconds to say, okay, let me jot this down and call this customer back. Quick response time really separates you from your competition, because they know if they book business with you, then guess what? You'll handle their questions effectively. You're reachable. They can talk to you without having to wait a couple days, because some things are urgent and they need to be addressed right away. So quick response time is a must when it comes to booking any product or service. Number 4, inquisitive. When I have a bride or groom who come in and talk to me about, their day, they have maybe the outline of a picture, but I help them color it in. They come in, they say, hey, we like your venue, we saw it online. I think it would be good for our guests. We like the ambiance, things like that. So I start going deeper. What is your actual vision for your wedding day? Do you actually have a theme for your wedding day? How many guests are you expecting? What is your budget? And if they don't want to say budget, say, hey, how many guests are you expecting, and what do you want to send per person? What is your wedding day? Are you booking us for your ceremony or for your ceremony and your reception? And if it's not both that they're booking with you, then where are the other celebrations being held at? Are there any religious preference? Are there any dietary considerations? Or is it a traditional wedding or a non-traditional wedding? You really start delving into them and really start figuring out, or helping them figure out their wedding day as well, which is awesome. So I always recommend that, or, trying to pull as much information out of them as you can, because sometimes they're just not thinking about certain things. And this will help them get very clear on what they want, so they can figure out if your venue is suitable or if it isn't. And if maybe it isn't suitable for the wedding, maybe it isn't suitable for the engagement party or the bridal shower or the bachelor party. There's so many other ways to try and figure out what they're trying to accomplish and help them. So the person helping you should always be inquisitive and ask you a ton of questions. My 5th thing is an invite. So after you've gone through all these steps, it is amazing to me how people do not invite you to see their product or service. Like I said, I do catering, I do events, I've done wedding coordinating, so I'm always inviting people, hey, come out and maybe check out how I conduct this wedding, or some of the things that I do with the clients to make sure that, they're cool with what's going on. Or come to my venue, let's do a site visit, let's walk around, take some pictures, let's look at some menus, let's look at some table settings, let's look at how I can help you. Let's put a name to a face, let's get personal. Let me become tangible for you, let me help you. And inviting people allows them to see your energy and feel their energy. Because listen, as much as you want to help everybody, sometimes you can't. And you want to make sure that your energy and their energy, or your product and service, aligns up with their wishes and needs. So inviting them is a quick way to do that. And my thing is, why would you want somebody to purchase something that they can't test drive? It's funny. I worked at a company, and I am very big on tasting food. And catering is huge when it comes to events. And they would tell me, oh, well, don't let them taste too much, or are you serious? Listen, people come to eat, drink, and party. So you want to make sure the atmosphere is conducive, the food is to their liking, and the drink is to their liking. And all these things can be found out or decided during an invitation or a site visit. So encourage people to come and see you, put a name to a face, build some rapport, and guess what? I say 6 out of 10 times you're gonna get the business. So like I said, before you buy, this is my first series in the bridal series that I'm doing. So before you buy is my first topic. Remember, great customer service is a must. If you're not getting this, don't go any further. And that includes follow-up as well. People have to follow up with you. Number 2, attitude is everything. Number 3, quick response time. Number 4, they must be inquisitive about you. And number 5, you should receive an invite. So you guys have an awesome day, and I will be letting you know I'll be coming out with my next series on just how to pick a wedding day and how to deal with some different things that a lot of our brides and grooms are experiencing. So like I said, this is your girl Nikki the Event Queen. Follow me on Twitter under Cold Class Events. Follow me on Instagram. Check out my YouTube channel, and of course, check me out. Like, talk to me. Like, you can send me questions. You can go to Nikki the Event Queen at gmail.com, and it's Nikki Nikki the THE event EVENT Queen QUEEN at gmail.com. I'll answer any questions. I'm even going to do a Q&A with some of my brides, and I'm on Periscope too. So if you guys have any questions or things you want me to address, I'd love to do it for you. And you guys have an awesome day.